So you feel like you have a good sense of self-awareness. You know your patterns, you know your triggers, but nothing's changing. What's going on? Hey, I'm Tiffany, your guide to inner knowing and expansion with plant medicine. Welcome. So listen, I'm not hating on self-awareness. It is one of the first things that I teach my therapy clients, coaching clients as well, about self-awareness. Pay attention to the sensations in your body. Those sensations should trigger you to have reflection about what's going on in your mind, your feelings. We call this a cognitive behavioral thought triangle. Thoughts, feelings, behaviors, they all impact one another. It doesn't matter where it starts. But to have self-awareness is to be able to be aware of any spot on that triangle. And so I'm not hating on self-awareness, but a lot of people confuse the idea of self-awareness with actual healing. Healing cannot take place without the integration of the self-awareness. The integration piece is crucial, whether that's in therapy, a plant medicine retreat, with your coach, with your doctor, taking actual medications, the integration piece is essential. You know, self-awareness and the breakthroughs that happen in self-awareness are still just a collection of moments until we do something about it. So I'm going to give a real world example. Think about the last time, if you have a partner or partners, that you got into a disagreement and you have self-awareness of your patterns and you're like, you know what, this time I'm going to show up differently in the fight. And then you don't. You end up continuing the same pattern. That's an indication that there's self-awareness without integration. Integration and doing the work. I think those are very abstract terms for a lot of people. Like, what does that actually mean? Well, it's very nuanced, right? Like, doing the work is having self-awareness and understanding it, but also doing the work in real time is paying attention to the sensations in your body, paying attention to the shift in your energy, to the shift in your thoughts. Sometimes, if you follow my content, what we're responding to is anticipation to a prior experience, and your brain's categorizing that as this feels similar. We need to respond in this way. And so you have to disrupt that loop in some way. And that's where the self awareness piece comes in. I can feel my body shifting, I can feel the energy shifting, that millisecond or however many milliseconds it is that your brain has a thought that you're not even aware of before you respond. It's slowing down and taking a pause, taking a breath, going, am I triggered by this situation? Is this a projection of my inner state? Is there something that is warning me that this isn't okay and I actually need to do something? If you're with a safe partner like that, that piece shouldn't be as relevant. But if you've had trauma, sometimes it is relevant where you feel like maybe this isn't a safe space and I need to flee, right? So taking that pause and checking in with yourself, that's incredibly difficult to do. So often when I work with clients, what this actually looks like is self-responsibility. You can't change it in the moment, but you can change it after the moment by taking responsibility for your part in that disagreement, your part in continuing the pattern. And the more you do that, and the more your partner, for example, because this is the example I'm giving, does that, the more you catch it in the middle. And that's what doing the work is. That's what having self-awareness combined with action is, to change the pattern, um, to do something different, right? So self-awareness alone is not enough. Having integration, and part of that integration piece, like, so for plant medicine retreats, that's what we do. Part of that integration piece is sitting with somebody to talk about that. That somebody's me. trained professional mental health wise, but then also facilitator, coach, all of the things, not tied to the state license. And so being able to pick up on what doing the work is actually for you as an individual, because it's different for everybody. Okay, have a good one.